Okay, so we will continue because this coup is not resolved. So the coup now happens. This coup immediately ends the game. There's no no normal coup round. So what do? We execute these instructions and then we determine victory, and it's over. There's no coup round. Okay, officer coup, if regime stability was, and that's the difference, the big difference between this. I would remove it and get it back if it wasn't critical for me to prevent NVA from winning. Well, they will win by margin, not outright, but I'll tell you why I did it. So, okay, since it would be chaotic, VC may remove one strategic hamlet. So yes, this is ineffective actually, because strategic hamlets are already, all of them are out are available. So they could get some opposition back, and the US will shift 2 cities each 1 level toward active support. Thankfully, there are only 2 cities, so they will only get 2 points and not enough to win. And however, if I had managed to keep at least an unstable regime, then I would instead, this wouldn't happen. I would instead get +6 patronage, giving me a better chance at winning the game. However, this hasn't happened. So what we'll do is shift the 2 cities that are not right now at active support. All the others are already at active support. It is Cameron and Queenon. They're now they had 1 support each. Since we have 1 level each, they will add 1 support each. So the US will go up to 24 out of 25. And now, since we have done this, we determine no faction has won outright. So it's by margin. So the US, the NP US will is the winner, because they are just 1 point short of winning the game. Then it's the NVA 2 points short of winning the game. Then it's the VC, which they got 21 out of 36, and the last, it's us, Arvin. We got 25 out of 41 needed to win. So yes, that's it. The difference, and why it made the difference to me, was that well, it doesn't make a difference to this series of videos, but the difference would be that if I wanted to continue, I would have to prevent NVA to win if I wanted to continue to the normal Fire in the Lake, to the base of Fire in the Lake game. Because what happens is that if, of course, this is optional, we still can determine victory by margins, but this is optional. If the players want to continue in the Fire in the Lake, the main Fire in the Lake game, then they would, there's a special sequence called Fall of Diem to continue with the Fire in the Lake base game, and it is explained here. But for this to happen, the prerequisite is no faction exceeds their victory threshold, and players may choose, of course, to follow the sequence below and continue. And we'll see if DM will remain a leader, and yes, they will. It will affect the strategic hamlets. If he remains as the leader, strategic hamlets will remain, so they will affect. Okay, and see, let's see the procedure. So that was the Sovereign of Discord. I'll make another video with my review on the presence of it. It will be bilingual, one video in English and one in Greek for my Greek friends that may be interested in this game. So let's let me guide you through this procedure. Well, we're not going to execute it because it would mean setting up the normal game, and I don't want to do it. It's worth noting that the VC were the only faction not able to play their pivotal event, because when they were able to play it, the coin plus patronage Arvin performed, we performed as the player, so poorly that the coin and patronage was never close. Well, it goes before the Buddhist crisis, but after Buddhist crisis, we never got close to 38, so they didn't have any incentive to play their pivotal event. So yes, let's see what will happen and where all this matters, how the two games, the expansion rather, Sovereign Discord, and the games connect, and how you perform, how the players or the factions perform at Sovereign Discord has an effect on the main game. So what we do, and well, of course this affects, is that first we remove, remove the both the Hanoi and the Washington track. But let's start with the Hanoi track. You remove the Hanoi track, and if there were any pieces there, they would go to available, and then the NVA pieces would become the normal NVA pieces from the base game would come into play. The trail would be at 1, and now what is the difference? What helps you the performance? It's if Hanoi track was at least 2 or 3, they would get more gorillas and the base in southern Laos. They would get here gorillas and the base, and if the Hanoi track was at 4, they would get 3 gorillas and 1 base in northeast Cambodia, and they would the trail would start from 2. So yeah, how so this actually determines, has an effect on how the base game will be set up. And then of course the victory marker will be replaced with the NVA control plus bases victory marker. Of course they will count victory differently. So for the the VC would remove any gorillas anywhere where they've got more than 2 gorillas. For example, Kong 3, well, it's the only space. They would remove 1 gorilla. They would leave maximum 2 in its space, and they will, but they would place a VC base in any space. For example, in Kong 3, they would remove 1, but they would get a base there. But in all spaces where they will have to remove an extra gorilla, they will get a base, and they can select one of their bases on map to place a tunnel on. Forgot to mention that cadres also leave place. And okay, so also they would get a bonus. Its province with this base would get 1 level toward active, would be 1 level toward active opposition. For example, here, Kempfong, where there were already 2 bases, it would get 1 extra level of opposition, but every other province would be shifted 1 level towards neutral. So they will gain, if they were very successful at placing bases, so they will get some more opposition, but they will lose opposition where they have failed to place a base, and that's for provinces, of course, not for now the US. They will the track will be out of play, and the Arvin induced pieces to the available. They go. The US troops will come in out of play. The usual setup of the main game. The US casualties and advisors and bases will go to available. because the advisors, no more advisors, they're normal US troops. And now, again, for the Hanoi track, it has an effect. The Washington track has an effect on commitment this time, and there are three levels. If Washington track goes 0 or 1, they would get 6 troops and a base in cities, coin provinces and stuff like that, and they would get from available chart of play, and the aid would be at 10. But if the track was 2-3, they would get more troops, more bases on map, and more aid. And if Washington track was at 4, they would get get more troops, and the aid would be set to 20. So yes, the level of partnership here, as for the Hanoi track, becomes actually the level of commitment for the US. So yeah, this has an effect. I mean, it's not just place over into the Discord and then carry on with the game. How each faction has performed in real terms, not just in points, in placement of bases and partnership and stuff like that, will help them when they set up the base game. So again, they will continue with the base game's victory conditions. There is no Washington track to subtract. Okay, so last for Arvin, no resume stability. We'll get our additional troops and bases in back, but there will be desertion. 1 in 3 Arvin cubes will be removed, and all Arvin troops will be redeployed to cities as usual. And the police, it's like a huge normal redeployment for a round. And now, what happens to Jim if the regime stability was chaotic, like in our case, the stability was chaotic? We would remove all strategic hamlets from play, and each space where a strategic hamlet was removed will be shifted 1 level toward neutral. So yes, that's something. And then we would remove Dean, and this would be the Arvin leader with which the base game starts. Okay, and of course the patronage will be to 15. All cities will be 1 level toward passive support. So yeah, this will help. Kind of help us or help. I mean, in our case, all cities were at active support. This would hurt the US, to be honest. But if I had managed to keep the stability, resume stability at unstable or stable, then DM would remain a leader until the next coup, of course. The Diem, it says here, the Diem card does not count towards the total required to play the Fire in the Lake pivotal events. Yeah, so it's as if it was deprinted, which also doesn't count. But the strategic hamlets, main defensive strategic hamlet, will remain in play until Diem is replaced by another Arvin leader, and where in this case they would be removed from play, but patronage would be and patronage will remain the same as we ended the game. We ended the game with only 7 patronage. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe I've done the US, but okay. It would be left where it had ended up. But if DM goes, it will go to 15. Okay, and then we would reset with adjust control, the resources, the factions, and I would the remaining if it happened, it so happened. Well, I'm not sure. I think I'm pretty sure I have shuffled them correctly, but all three Coup cards came at the end of their respective years. So yes, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I have forgotten to, shuffle them, but I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, then we would remain all the event cards. We would continue, and we would construct the Fire in the Lake event deck according to the scenario we would be playing. We would proceed then as normal. The card. There is also, I forgot to mention that there is also the bonus event card. Before going this, there's the special note about the DM and the strategic hamlets. What happens with the strategic hamlets until the first round? Move. Okay, we will remove the strategic hamlets all remove immediately when the DM leader card is covered by subsequent Arven leader, and then the DM leader card will be removed from play, so as we don't count. It needs an Arven leader, not a failed scoop, for this to happen. So, yeah, strategic hamlets. So the Arven player will have to take this. In general, the coin players will have to take this into account, that when the first coup, the first not failed coup, the first normal coup happens, then strategic hamlets will go, will be removed immediately with whatever that means. So they will have to plan accordingly and not, lean too heavily on them. What I forgot to mention is the I have shown you in the unboxing, but only in passing, that there are bonus cards, and let me get them. Yeah, I haven't opened them. These are bonus cards to be used in the main game. They're cards, of course. They've got the P here, so as we can keep them separately and say. But they're bonus cards which can be incorporated in the main game. So they may be used for any deck. If desired, full or short, we can use those cards. And let's see, where is it? In bonus event cards. Yeah, it says here, there's a paragraph about, in the end of the expansion rules, there's a paragraph about the 40 bonus cards. In Fire in the Lake scenarios, including into, these scenarios, they could also be used in them. I have only used the main, let's say, cards. There are 8 new events for 1964, 16 for 1965, and 16 for 1968. Simply says shuffle them in with the original events when constructing scenario decks. And however, the designers recommend to use the period events option when using these new event cards. So yeah, that was it. And this brings our playthrough of Sovereign of the Scourge to an end. I think it was. I hope it was as interesting for you as it was for me. I had a great time playing it. It plays rather quickly. It helps that the US and the NBA have limited options, but they're quite powerful options. And yeah, I don't know how it will be with the players, but it was quite fun and challenging playing against the bots. As you have seen, all three bots managed to surpass me, managed to beat me at the game. So yes, it was fun and it was challenging. So, but that's I'll say some more stuff in the upcoming review. So that's all. Thank you for remaining with me. Thank you for watching all this playthrough. And if you have played Sovereign Discord, drop a note and let me know how your experience was.